Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Hades 2, where I've decided to spend some time getting familiar with our new hire, the Record Keeper here, because I had said before that I really wish that the weapon tracking stats tracked not just clears with the weapon, but clears with specific aspects, because it feels right to me to try to get a clear with each aspect, right? Like, obviously, we could lean back on Nurgle or, one of the black coat things or something and rack up the wins fairly easily. These are weapons that, like, they blend well with my personal instincts, and they're very powerful. But I want to try to, learn to use each thing at least a little bit. So, this fortunately does break down your stats by aspect, and it can show us where the holes in our victory pattern are. Now today the axe has the thirst, and I've been letting that guide us a little bit, but all of the axe aspects do have at least one win chalked up, although I will say the Moonstone axe hasn't had a win since Fear 1. So maybe we could do the Moonstone axe. I'd also like to go up again just because I'm worried about running out of apples, and the axe is currently directed downward. What else haven't we cleared with? We haven't cleared with the aspect of Supe, and that's a shame. Supai, I think they say. That's a shame, but I am doing a terrible job with it, and I would like to give it a little bit of a rest before we go back after it again. So, what have we just not used very much? Okay, we used the aspect of moments one time, and it didn't work. Let's go for that. No, sorry, I cleared once with the aspect. It was on Zero Fear. The aspect of Eos we have used one time, and it didn't clear. Okay. Eos. Oh.
Crowded.
Hey, I haven't given you nectar today, I guess.
I'm starting to get the feeling maybe I liked this stuff back when I had eyeballs and so on.
Doesn't matter whether you liked it then. What matters is you like it now.
I agree.
Dora, wow. What brings you all the way out here? The Taverna is just about the last place I expected to find you.
Way to make me feel incredibly self-conscious. Thanks, Mel. But yeah, I'm trying to put myself out there a bit more, I guess. Now that you've saddled me with my big important task.
Well, I think that's great. Though I know how difficult it is. I used to never be able to approach others, but I kept doing it, and it's easier now.
Easier, but never easy, right? I don't know why I bother. Most of these Jades are pretty boring.
They haven't met you yet.
Yeah, but I don't want to be the most interesting thing about someone else. That especially does not attract me to them. Alright, so the aspect of Eos. As I remember, this is a pretty powerful one, isn't it? Or powerful seeming. I guess one of the core issues is that it's torches, and I apparently am just fucking garbage with the torches. Yeah, the Daybreaker. Well, I mean, first of all...
You are bound to me, and I am your bearer. Such power in the break of dawn.
Let's start by going all the way to the top with it. So the Daybreaker does 150 damage. Okay, your Omega attack fires a Daybreaker that, as I remember it, it seeks enemies and it just like pulses damage around it. And it gets its own special. Yeah, I mean, that seems like it should be quite good. It doubles the damage from my special, and it just does damage on its own, and in every other way, it still has all the damage capacities of the other attacks. Like, this seems like it should be all good. Now, the torches are headed upward. Torches are pointed downward. We don't have to get the nectar. I'm going to go upward, even though the nightmare is down there, just because we need another apple. And I've been trying to, be efficient with our resources, but today we're throwing caution to the wind. We're not getting our bones. We're not getting our nightmare. So, Be this the task. What are we looking for here? The pulses from the Daybreak are probably counted as they're either going to be counted as attack damage or maybe just Omega attack damage. But I'm trying to think like whose boon will be interesting on that. There's something to be said for maybe like Apollo. Just make the area as large as possible. Try to kill as many as we can. There's something to be said for so we're gonna get the pulses in with our normal attacks. Something that builds up quickly, or like maybe Blitz. Maybe we should once again just kind of throw caution to the wind here. Start with the concave stone or something, and just like grab a bunch of stuff early. I do like an excuse to pick up something that is sort of an unusual thing. Starting with the silver wheel gives us a lot more base magic to mess with, and we are going to be somewhat Omega focused here. Obviously, our Omega attack is really good, and then on top of that, our Omega special is really good once we have done the Omega attack. But I don't know that particularly biases us toward anything at the beginning of the run. Maybe the Blackened Fleece toward the end. Yeah, I think I might just take a boon offerer. You know, there's some power in these, right? We get the rarefy effect. So the splash is not totally out of line. Again, like freeze is probably quite good on either of the attacks, honestly. Yeah, maybe that's a good start. Maybe we go Demeter and then we see where we end up. Or Zeus, if we could get Chain Lightning. If we get Chain Lightning in addition to the Blitz, I could see that being good, honestly, on either attack. Yeah, interesting. Let's start with Demeter. And up we go. Against all advice, are we bringing the cat? We're still looking for bones. We're still enjoying the effect of the additional Death Defiance.
This is my path.
The cat is very good.
Are you on your way here to us, Flower? A journey that your mother made many a spring, but at a different time, whilst not beset by thuggish followers of a despicable titan.
Always harsh words, huh? I don't hate Tranquil Gain. I do think Frigid Rush is pretty good. And to get it offered at Epic, I think is really nice. Oh right, I have to be really careful with this thing because there are some areas where the projectile's just going to get eaten. I did see that they had done something about those cases in one of the patches.
My boon grows stronger.
So we should, in theory, see fewer situations where a projectile just ceases to be before doing its job. What do we got here? No Medea. Alright, let's start with Hex and then Hammer, and then we'll see what's what from there. Actually, you know, maybe I should wait a little bit on the Hex when I do these, because I think what's going on with the I don't remember to use the special.
A gift.
I think what's going on with the god scent is that each god only attaches themselves to one particular each god only attaches themselves to one particular hex. Because, like, we've never seen anybody but Zeus take on the morph ball, right? And since I don't know which things everybody attaches themselves to necessarily, it might be a good idea to pick up more gods before picking up the hex, just so that I can learn the connections.
I draw you down, O moon. Lend me your light.
You vanquished Chronos in another time, or of another time, and with the selfsame Titan's aid. Such mysteries his power holds. But if this is what it takes for our time to flow freely forward, then let us see that it is done.
Okay, so phase shift is the one that goes with Demeter. Have we seen who goes god sent with dark side? We know that Hestia is the big moon bomb. I'm not opposed to phase shift. Yeah, let's take
Can be
it.
controlled.
Let me show you the way. Be at peace. Hi.
It strikes me that if we're going to take Demeter again, we should do it now, in case we get that steady growth boon, right? So with 5 pylons left, what are we talking about? We're talking about hammer and health for sure. If we take Demeter, then we can't get all of Ares, Poseidon, and Hephaestus. The question is, who do we want to combo with? Or, and this might sound crazy, maybe we skip the hearts and we pick up boons because we love gods, and I just lose 3 death defiances to Polyphemus. No, it feels like I gotta grab the hearts, right? Maybe we don't grab the other Demeter boon just yet, but like, I really do want access to that steady growth right away. She offers it pretty commonly, and I don't imagine it's any more common or any more rare than the other boons, really. But it would be so good to get it early. I'm going to go for it. We're going to make the difficult choice afterward.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, so it hasn't been shown to us. Specials deal more damage and inflict freeze is not bad. Arctic Ring obviously is good. Snow Queen obviously is good. Am I going to spend a reroll looking for steady growth? I think I would prefer Ice Flourish on... I think I would prefer the freeze attack on the attacks. Freeze effect on the attacks. Arctic Ring's very good. I am going to reroll.
Let's see how this goes.
We did not get there, and in fact, we have been punished terribly. Well, I might take less good Arctic Ring, just because freeze on your casts is pretty good. Snow Queen is nice too. Snow Queen's going to save you from probably a pretty large amount of damage over the course of the run. Or we could reoffer again and then just have no reoffers left. I'm going to do it.
Sure, why not?
Tranquil Gain. Let's see, Tranquil Gain, also interesting. Ice Strike at common is obviously not a very good amount of extra attack damage, but it does get that freeze, and it gets that freeze like wandering out among the people. And I'd like something that's more functional when attacking repeatedly for the special. Something that, like, if you hit somebody with it 3 times in a second, it feels pretty good. So probably not that so much, but we definitely do want a freeze effect. So you can take this at rare, we can take Tranquil Gain or Snow Queen at epic. And Tranquil Gain is a pretty good gain, especially for this weapon where we're going to be standing out away from the enemy a lot. You know what? I'm going to take it.
I see.
This is good long-term building. You can do your special while your Omega special is out. And while the Daybreaker is out, and just have every enemy be getting hit by your special projectile 6 times a second. That's pretty fun. Let's grab the hammer.
Ghastly thing. Area clear.
Yeah, so I feel very motivated to get the attack out and then just mash special like crazy. If we're doing sudden burst, if we're doing our Omega attack constantly, channeling it faster is certainly important. I don't know if Mega Blaze will affect the area of the damage off of the Daybreaker, but I think sudden burst will be generally
luck as
good for
always.
us. Can I not? Okay, I guess I mined it out. Oh, that's right, because I hit it once before the big rock came down. Well, I guess the bird was already dead, so it wasn't really necessary for me to spend that axe. But this has been a weird set of extra reward rooms, huh?
You'll be out in no time, Shades.
Who yet lives? Okay, the Daybreaker was on it.
Better.
Okay, rank up from our Barley Sheaf seems to have unspent its power, so that's cool. If we happen to run into a Demeter boon in the shop or something. Alright, I think I'm gonna take Poseidon here. Like, the splash on the special would not be bad.
If you've given Chronos something to really think about, you're headed back our way. First an Underworld victory, and next perhaps one here.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah, Wave Flourish. Like, it's a shame to not take High Surf right away, but I think Wave Flourish is a little bit more valuable to pick up. Get sort of our basic damage tools in place.
They'll drown.
Are we good on buildings? Yeah. Boy, I did not even mean to cast that. It really is very, very easy to do that. So one pylon remaining, and I think it's going to be the yeah. Let's take the higher rarity Hephaestus thing here.
Rage. Shades, you're free.
Should wake this cat up. Tranquil for a second here. Alright, I took way more damage from stomping than I would have liked there. And I suppose that bodes ill for the stomping-based boss fight that we're about to take on.
Want to keep climbing up here, I'm to understand. Bit of insurance against any other Typhon-like events. And you and Chronos and the lot of us are going to see to that. All right.
You know, he's eager to be on the team, and I really appreciate that. Honestly, Anvil Ring maybe is an okay way to go here. I don't think I want to lock in Volcanic Strike. Boy, it did a lot of damage last time, huh? But I do think I'd like the freeze if we can wrangle it. It really did do a lot of damage last time. The uptime won't be... Man, if the Daybreaker Pulse can trigger Volcanic Strike... Gosh, maybe I do have to take that. Maybe that's incredibly good. I don't want to have this build be just like the same as the last build, though. You know? Maybe I'm being silly. I'm going to take the Anvil Ring. Well, I'm certainly feeling reasonably prepared. And here comes Hera. Interesting.
In the name of Hades.
Yeah, Sworn Strike is actually really not bad here. But also, Epic Uncommon Grace is, I think, very hard to pass up. Yeah, the Daybreaker running around and doing plus 70% damage while also flipping hits onto people is awesome. But I think we have to take Uncommon Grace since it's live right now. I will just do our best to keep it that way.
You know what's nice here with this witch around? I'm normally not big on talk, more about the olfactory and the auditory and all that. So I might let her handle the conversating for a bit.
Okay, well, she supposedly is on a vow of silence. Let's just refill here. Let's just put the dead right back where they belong, why don't we? Ow. Not sure what I'm even taking damage from some of the time here. Oh, that's not good. eating the double stomp right up close like that,
Don't stand in my way.
just like 40 damage directly to my face was not good.
In
But
you go.
we managed to race it out. It is nice to be able to throw the Daybreak and then just like run away from the enemy while spamming special and know that the Daybreak has got it under control. A more survival-minded style for a more elegant age. Alright, 94 is not a lot, but it'll get us a mystery boon. Reckon I'll take a mystery boon. I do like a Path of the Stars. But to that end, maybe we just take Moonbeam right now. I probably have talked myself out of taking Concave Stone, because if Concave Stone were to choose a common for us, it could actually cost us a lot of damage. But we'll see. You know, it's not the worst thing in the world to not get to use that.
The docks.
Now, see, a downside, obviously, of this thing is that I don't have control over who it chooses to focus on, which could be problematic sometimes.
Need to get closer.
Doesn't even wake the cat up.
The path you face.
Okay, so yeah, we knew this one was Demeter because Demeter was the only goddess we had when we were picking it. And yeah, the Squall is pretty powerful. It's hard to turn that down. So we'll take some defense. Accumulation's pretty cool. And then move and strike 30% faster, I think I like. So that's just like a lot of extra duration. Ooh, I could get even slower. Or I could get me striking 30% faster. And like lineage, probably I would also take that. That's pretty good.
Your path has led to Demeter.
Next bearing.
It is a lot of effort to keep the cat awake.
Death from above.
I should probably have warned Icarus before doing that.
Rough waters.
Hey.
Oh. Interesting. Obviously he'll have to come to the crossroads for that.
Icarus, I want you to come back. To the crossroads.
Okay, yeah.
You want to aid our efforts here? You'll do an even better job of it if you're in contact with Odysseus and all our shades.
I'm not sure that everybody feels the same, Millie. I've been able to make do here on my own, and don't do well in crowds. Maybe from living in a prison tower all my life.
But we could see each other more. And it's really not that crowded there, is it? Just give the possibility some thought.
All right, I will. Give it some thought, that is. But if I show up and the Witch of the Crossroads turns me into the shade of a newt or something, it'll be on your conscience. These should work.
Do we think she has that capability? Explosive intent seems great, actually.
Yes,
Yeah, that seems spectacular for us.
This way.
Lots of extra explosions, and it's barely even more expensive. No, 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 no. Now is the time for being awake.
By my father's name.
What you sow.
Enough of that.
Wow. We managed to keep all 100 of the gold.
For safekeeping.
That's pretty rad.
Looks like you have a stowaway, Captain.
For the harvest.
Right, that's pretty good.
I can't.
Yeah, and this dude is having a terrible time with the gust effects.
You're sunk, Yargonaut. In the name of Hades.
Sorry, are we calling him the Yargonaut? I mean, I don't think it's crazy or anything. It's just, that's the first I'm hearing of it. I don't know. I love freezes. And we don't currently actually have freeze because we didn't end up taking the thing, but maybe I should just give it and go for Sword Strike because, like, it is very good. Then again, a lot of our stuff getting booted to Heroic right now would be really rad. Extended Family is going to affect the damage of our Hephaestus smash. It's going to affect the gust damage. It'll affect the damage off of the Godsend part of the Hex, I think, probably. You know what? Honestly, it's probably pretty good.
My strength reborn.
I'm going to keep holding out. I would really love to get Demeter on the attack. But we can't guarantee we'll ever see her again. $5% more damage on everything seems like it's probably the right way to go.
Felt that for sure. Olympus, I accept this message.
And then here I think I'm taking Quick Buck, actually. Oh no, it's common! Oh shit, I forgot. Okay, well, that's not ideal. I just booted a whole bunch of damage there. Okay, maybe we can wash it off somewhere. Ow!
Special delivery.
Let's get to work.
Ram an axe through my face all of a sudden. Uncanny Fortitude's pretty good. Apparently I've never taken Molten Touch. I believe that. This is a terrible ability. But it'll probably be 300 bones, right? Because this is probably the only thing he has that we haven't taken. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, prophecy fulfilled. Actually, my grandma says, fuck you.
It's no use.
There we go. No shame in getting rescued by your grandmother.
End of the line.
So the gust lasts 3 seconds. So this is adding 12 damage to the total time of the gust. I mean, the value of Frigid Rush is mostly the slow. So yeah, I think it probably goes to Wave Flourish. None of those are super exciting, obviously.
Now that's a trim ship with the Underworld boatman at the helm. Perhaps I ought not call him Underworld boatman anymore, or he's become a proper captain now. I'll have to keep the currents clear for him.
Froth and High Surf, I think, are both interesting here, but like, the question is, are you comfortable taking another common while trying to figure out a way to get rid of your other common? And the answer is, I don't know that I'm going to be able to get rid of it. Are we at 2 of everything? We are at 2 of everything. So we could get that Haraboon that just boosts all your commons up. Yeah, Froth is pretty good. Am I buying 20 armor? I think so.
Shielded up. Moonlight guide you, my lord. Hey, babe. Why is it that you're putting all your effort into stopping me? You're Strife. You should be unpredictable. Perhaps lash out at the forces of Chronos for a change of pace.
Yeah, there's no way they'll see that coming.
What makes you think I don't? You're not the center of the world, babe, and I couldn't be more unpredictable. Don't know why I keep running into you, though. It's so random.
Holds up, Spork. Tranquil for a moment. Ow. Okay, my everything always exploding everything is, yeah, there's some ways in which that can backfire. That thing is running in a different direction than I was expecting it to. Ah, damn it. There's no escaping the fucking triad version of that thing. Yeah, she doesn't travel nearly as far. I wonder if that, if her like beam slide is coded as her sliding for a certain amount of time rather than a certain distance, because she seems to slide a lot less far in total when I do it while she's slowed. I hate the cat going to sleep on the edge of the fire so that I can't afford to wake it. Her? Tula? I think Tula's a girl.
Now then.
In any case. Lousy. Lousy stuff from the cat. Alright, so losing a Death Defiance there is not ideal. I don't know why I looked. I have $13. Well, I looked because I could buy stuff, right? We could take the purse and get us a mystery boon to be delivered pretty soon. I could also try to force, like, Zeus onto the build, and the benefit of forcing Zeus would be either to be able to deliver the deliver our cast at a distance, or no, I'm blanking. There was something else. There was something else that I wanted from him that I don't remember now. We're already fairly likely to see Hera Blessings. We could pull this in order to make it more likely, so that we will we'll have more chances of proper upbringing. I think I might try to make Zeus happen though. And that means no purchase for me.
I found something.
Go, Tula. Come on out.
It's
Looks
weird.
like a pillar top.
Usually there are at least some enemies in this room, right?
Out of my sight.
Huh. The Daybreaker didn't spawn. That's not great. Just taking damage for no reason. Also, what happened to Gotula?
Good.
Traitorous Titan Prometheus leads the vanguard of our enemy's forces on Olympus. Apparently he didn't learn a thing from when we punished him for his past crimes. We shall have to think of new ways to make him come around.
Okay, so Lightning Lance, Power Surge is also good. Honestly, I might just fold on the attack thing and take on Blitz, but I mean, like, Lightning Lance is going to make it so much easier to actually get the value out of our cast.
More auto forces.
Boy, that attack just hits in 0 time from any distance, huh?
Shiver and rot!
Damn it. Hear me, on my authority.
Damn it, indeed. Where am I at on this? Nowhere. Tall Order is not happening. Hasty Retreat, I guess, is the way to go here. It's common, but it's still Hasty Retreat. And then an interesting choice. So another 3 points is going to give us what? It's going to get me 2 ranks of steadfastness on the way to contingency, which I don't even think is good. It's going to get a stillness and a steadfastness and a preparation, I guess. No, we don't have this yet, so we would grab these and probably the steadfastness. Yeah, I mean, steadfastness is not terrible. I don't know what I'm looking for from Hephaestus. Maybe we do end up taking his attack boon. It's not what I want to be, but... in general, boons are good. But that Daybreaker's not really providing me with any support at all, is it?
In the name of Hades.
These are some tough rooms. Trusty Shield is a fair amount of toughness. It's probably better than Uncanny Fortitude in terms of like actual damage prevention. Well, Uncanny Fortitude is affecting the amount of life you come back with off of all your death defiances too, though. Yeah.
About that.
I'm being stubborn, hopefully not to my own eternal detriment. Okay, I've been squawking about how I want to see Demeter again this whole time. I feel like it would be very foolish not to take her boon here. Okay, not the one of you I was hoping to see.
Do this again.
Man, I hate that thing. Hey, look, steady growth. Anyway. Oh, that didn't hit at all, really? Who else dares? There's a lot of enemies.
Count right now.
Okay, I sure could use like a big chunk of food or something. I don't know exactly.
Lord Zeus.
I gotta go find a place to be tranquil for a second. Alright, it really doesn't take long. Well, I mean, I appreciate that, but I do think I had that under control.
You'd think being surrounded by family would mean being surrounded by like-minded folk, except not many on Olympus think as I do. None, I dare say. Yet you... well, one difference is, I'd never deign give nectar at a time like this.
Lady Athena, I am honored to have joined your fight, and to have earned your blessings and your faith. I sometimes overlook the need to express my gratitude, and so rely on this nectar to do it for me.
Let it be said that we are goddesses of action, not words, and I accept your thoughtful, if oddly timed, offering. Though, let this be the last until our foes all lie in ruin.
Of course.
I have something here for you, cousin, seeing as you remain instrumental to our mountain's ongoing defense.
I'm honored, Lady Athena. A family such as ours ought to stand together during times of need. I wish to do my part.
You have impressed not only me, but all our kin. Most of them, I should say. And for that, I bestow my greatest power. May it soon bring about still greater victories. How may I assist?
Your greatest power? You know, Task Force is going to be a lot of extra damage. Yeah, I think there are great warriors and there are great leaders. Some can even be both, but not at once.
Wise choice.
All right, then we get to go visit Dionysus. Yeah, we're in kind of a weird spot there as far as our death defiances go. Somebody's trying to get serious in the party. Who you got in?
That's the spirit giving back to the community. I like it, yeah? After all, you know I can't make cheer and revelry for everyone all by myself, don't you? Though between us, I still can make an awful lot.
Such cheer and revelry that you've created seemingly out of thin air. And during such a time. Well, if this truly is to be a never-ending feast, then you'll need plenty of supplies. Lord Dionysus, just how long have you been feasting anyhow? Here in this spot, I mean. Night after night, you're going at it like there's no tomorrow.
Mel, baby, just call me Dionysus if you please. The Lord thing doesn't suit me yet. As for how long we've carried on like this, I've no idea. A while, probably. Might be a new record. Sure you don't want to join?
So, like, okay, I'm not trying to hyper focus on it. I can't help but see it and think, like, we're all adults here, probably. If you're not an adult, cover your ears for this next part. We all know how, like, a penis is shaped, right? So I'm looking at the thing that's going on down there, and I'm just thinking, like, if the implication was that his dick was really big, you'd be able to, like, see dick, right? Like, it's not shaped in a way that's conducive. I think the implication of that is either that he's stuffing or that he has, like, a pretty normal dick, but just enormous balls, right? I mean, they'd have to be... Oof. We don't need to think about this, I guess, in great detail, but, like, goose egg at least, right? Man.
I already have plans this evening.
Or it could all be padding. It could all be padding, you know. All right, give up all your gold now. We have a fair amount of gold now. I have a lot of gold. I don't really want to give him my gold, and I don't think bounce back is what we're after either, given that we're already very low on health. I think drunken stupor, of course, the lowest rarity of our options.
Cheers.
I do think that we've had some pretty bad luck on that front. It has been consistently the case that the thing that's good for the build and the thing that's, you know, the thing that's mechanically powerful are not necessarily the same. We're not getting a lot of cooperation on that front. But this having hangover at all obviously is very good for it, especially for the Daybreaker. I'm gonna go over here and just like chill for a second. Ooh, okay, well, I got just kissed by the outside edge of that attack.
One left.
Alright, oof, once again, kind of caught the screw here. Yeah, I don't think any of these are good. Make us slightly less, very slightly less vulnerable while we're charging up the Omega attack. Alright, the food is an extremely welcome sight.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Trusty Shield, like the difference between the ranks of Trusty Shield is not super huge. It's basically just like how many hits are you taking, right? At 10, it's probably just gonna block one hit per location. At 15, you're still probably only blocking one hit per location, I would think. Yeah. Alright. And then a large amount of food, and do we want to grab this as well? Does it make sense? It probably doesn't help us all that much.
He knew it. Gods could learn something from mortals, you know. For all their many failings, they have an admirable tendency to cling to hope. A certain quality we deathless often lack.
Hope can be the salve for the naive. So many mortals hope they'll never die. A feeling born of delusion and fear.
Yes, mortals live short, painful lives. And even still they strive for something greater than they mostly can achieve. I fight for them. You gods fight only for yourselves. Get to Chronos.
There's no escaping. The eagle just waits for you to dash and then goes to wherever you are landing from your dash. It is poor sportsmanship. The enemies are not supposed to know that much about my mechanics. Magic. Okay. And that attack is pretty cool looking. Bottom, mid, bottom. Ah!
God save you.
We're getting some pretty good damage out of that. Not want to let me recharge.
Numbing cold.
I will say this, our overall damage output is not all that good. It is taking a long time to get this done. Top, mid, shit, I lost track of it. Well, this is gonna be bad. Top? But now bottom. Yeah, and then mid. Ah. Ooh, I almost got a little bit too close to old Heracles there. Oh, we're out of aid from Demeter. Oh no, wait, yeah, we're out of aid from Demeter. That is a shame. Okay, finally went down. You stay out of this, bird. Nah. Well, pretty terrible outcome there.
My strength has failed me repeatedly, but it always comes back. I should have expected this.
Yeah, Tula got the kill credit.
Victorious, yet hardly stands at all.
No kidding. Tula got the kill credit there, so congratulations, Tula. That was so fucking terrible. I couldn't even tell you what went wrong. It felt like I was playing better. I was dodging a lot of stuff, but also just taking huge amounts of damage all of the time.
The Earth's bounty. It'll be all right. See you in the crossroads.
May as well. Now, unfortunately, we can't pull Athena at this point, which we would certainly have to in order to have any chance of winning the run, I think. Yeah, I don't see how we could possibly pull off a victory against There Is Nowhere to Stand Typhon with this little overall HP.
Disciple.
Thank you. Thank you, Skelemaeus. Lend me your power. But
Do beware ahead.
we were here for an apple, and an apple we got. And beyond that, even a feather, which we do not need, I think, or have any value for. Yeah, it's like ever stopped moving for any reason to take a massive hit. Stillness is nice. So is Boons.
Higher up. You've got your father's looks. Not now.
Freeze forever!
that was considered to have hit me without being anywhere near me. Yeah, when he's charging, he can just kind of put up his head if you are within 40 or so feet of him. And you take damage, regardless of whether or not that could possibly have made contact with you. So yeah, I do think we want a steadfastness, and then I guess I could have just gone along this path down here. I should have, because we would have gotten the steadfastness there, and then we would have been within 3 steps of the end. Not that I expect to see another one of these anyway. Cool, free pet treats on account on addition to the in addition to the one we have cooking.
Denied. Thank you, Father.
All right, 93, pretty solid. Great example. The funny part of that about that one is he absolutely could have charged to a position where he could actually hit me, and he just didn't.
Here you go. There's my order.
Oh, I had another order incoming. I did not remember that. Oh, well, what am I talking about? I get contingency anyway. Not that it's good.
With the grace of the moon.
Well, we're definitely going this way.
Need to recharge.
I'm trying. Yeah, so
It's improper to stare.
a thing that I think I didn't realize is that the hex slows down the recharge period on my tranquil gain. It's not supposed to slow me down. It's supposed to slow everything that's not me down. But I guess because that's like time passing in the world, it seemed to affect that, and that really sucks. Actually, is static shock good? I think Divine Vengeance might be better for us, honestly. Because this is only going to come off of our actual attack. Well, it says strikes. So no, probably I'm wrong about that. You know what? Let's take it.
Yes.
Alright. A Haraboon could do some big work for us.
Some assistance, please.
So we'll not be offered one, obviously.
Victory. That's a storm gullet.
Because again, activating the upbringing thing now would be, or getting it so that it comes in active would be pretty significant. I don't know who I think is going to do the better work for us.
Reinforced.
I guess I shouldn't have bought the armor, but whatever. It's not. We're not winning anyway. I feel pretty sure of that.
In the name of Hades. He's suggesting an exchange.
Okay, air quality I think is actually really good. Because I believe it will affect like gust and stuff. I think air quality is probably solid.
Right.
And it is active. Alright. If I play very focused on my own survivability.
Greetings, little one.
Let's see how far we get. Or if it matters at all, if it makes any difference, it's probably not going to. That's a great example of how it just doesn't matter. I'm fucking garbage. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize I had primed off so much there. It showed me that we had a lot more magic than we actually had.
Here comes the brood.
I certainly would have made decisions differently with the real number. Okay, we prevented all the spawns. That's great. Oh, Jesus. Okay, well, we did at least get through phase 1. Everything is death everywhere. I think my dash was still on cooldown. I had dashed over the cat and then...
Oh, so near the top.
So I tried to dash away and it sure didn't happen. I think it was a cooldown issue.
Typhon is not impervious, no matter how it seems.
That's so frustrating.
I have to get back there.
I go in there and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to watch my feet. I'm going to pay attention to Mel more than damage. And I'm just going to try to be defensive. And then I got hit by like the first 7 attacks. Every single one of them. That was very frustrating. So with the scythe throw, you have to, there's no dodging it like in flight. It's too fast. You either need to be at the extreme edge away from him so that it doesn't reach you, or you have to be very close to him but in the right space, because if you're very close to him along the front edge of along the front 60% of the platform, it's just going to hit you as it goes out. If you're far away from him, you can't see whether he's doing it or not, so it probably doesn't help, actually. So maybe the strategy for dealing with him is I need to be standing a little closer to him in general. Or I need to be standing as far away from him as I can while still being able to hit the boss and try to reflex dodge, like down into the right when it's coming from the left. But even so, it comes out really fast and it covers so much of the platform.
Kneel before me.
And then everything else, like if you are looking at your character, you're fucked. Because you need to be aware of all of the everything coming from everywhere, but there's nowhere you can look that's going to like keep you apprised of things, right? You can't watch the whole screen all the time because that's not how human attention works. But there are attacks that are being generated from the middle of the screen. There are attacks that are being generated from the edges. There are attacks that are being generated from the attacks that are being generated, right? He has the projectiles that he fires them and they hit the ground and then they hit the wall and they explode and generate a spray of new projectiles, which I think also explode when they bounce the first time. And it's just like, how do you keep an eye on all of it? It almost must be the case that there is some spot you can stand in that makes you safe from like 80% of it, and we just need to find the magic spot, because it's so hard to imagine how you would footwork all of it. It's really a lot. And I'm trying not to get too down on myself, but ugh. Is there any chance you would like to go fishing? You would like to go fishing? Really? This really does not seem like Dora's kind of thing.
Hey, if you're not busy, up for a little visit with me to the riverside? I've got a twin lure we could use right here.
Don't know that I'll be doing you much good between my inability to use a rod of fishing and my inability to keep quiet, but hey, you asked for it.
It's not an inability, it's a choice.
Nothing but a bunch of sad stuff floating around in there. Sure you wouldn't rather leave it be?
Whatever's wallowing in there is going to stay put, unless it's finally decided it's had enough. For any such souls, we'll be doing them a favor, I think.
Not like we owe them, and not like they'll do us any favors back. And if all they can do now is feel sad for themselves at the bottom of a mucky river, fishing them out might not do them any good anyway.
We're not fishing them out, really. It's more like we're giving them an opportunity to escape their circumstances. It's a bit different from the mortal way of fishing in that sense.
I mean, the mortal way of fishing does give fish the opportunity to escape their circumstances.
And if they don't like it any better up here, that's on them.
For a certain definition of opportunity. And I guess a certain definition of escape.
Seems like an awful lot of trouble for some weird fish. Swim turns?
Hit something.
Ha, you tricked a fish.
What an incredible task, right? I could have cooked nectar while we were doing that.
Thing that happened. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
What news?
There we have it.
Yeah, I could have grabbed that, put the nectar recipe in, and then gone fishing. Whatever, it's fine. How's everybody else doing? So we did finish this. I mean, it's 500 bones.
Shall support you.
It ain't nothing.
Hello, Princess. I trust that when we spoke quite recently that I did not make you, well.
What is it, Lord Moros? I've enjoyed our conversations lately, so you needn't fear. I'd tell you if I thought something was wrong. I'd ask you do the same.
And I shall, except in this case, I believe I misconstrued something.
Oh my God.
You may have thought, because admittedly I am a little new at all of this.
It's adorable up until the point where it makes me want to just slap him across the face, you know?
My own experience in such matters is significantly lacking too. As long as we stumble together, I suppose.
I too suppose. You be well tonight.
Okay.
Okay, the two of you are even talking about how you're talking about the same
Peace,
thing.
Lord Moros.
Just actually talk about it. Does that count? That doesn't count.
Yes, ma'am.
More of this filth.
No, one last thing, Eris. Hecate might have promised Mother she'd look after you, but I did no such thing. So get out of here before I get upset.
Oh, please, Nemi, you're already upset. And I'll come and go as I like, thanks. So damn boring here, I can't stand it for long anyways.
Come and go as you like. You're jeopardizing the task. Don't be such a child.
Don't be such a child. Wait, does that make you my mom? I never answered to Nyx. Think I'm about to start with you.
You'll get what's coming to you either way.
Ooh, a threat.
That's almost as cute. I think there is a lot of tension wound up in the camp, you know? Even though things are going well.
Something for me.
Doesn't really need to be all this tension. Yeah, I'll go ahead and buy some more ambrosia too. I'm sure we're going to need it. Even more ambrosia for you.
You mentioned holding on to ambrosia for the next celebratory occasion, so I wanted to donate more for when the time comes. To the next great victory of the unseen.
Oh, stop, Malinoe. Evidently neither of us knows what to do with themselves now, as you are so insistent on these most unnecessary gifts. Leave me in peace.
I wasn't trying to upset you. Did you truly wish for me to stay there in the house that much? With Mother and Father? Where I belong, you always said.
Purge that poison thought at once. I taught you a great deal in some respects, but to the detriment of your experience in other walks of life.
I learned quickly.
So I'm not too familiar with the story of Hecate. I wonder what it is in her upbringing that's getting mirrored forth here. Because that's usually the way this kind of stuff works, right?
How fares the ever-sinking fleet of ships within the Rift of Thessaly? 'Tis a wonder Chronos gathered as many followers as he has, using such shoddily built craft.
The fleet shows no real sign of slowing down. Fortunately, the same sorcery that seems to be holding those ships together lets me transfer quickly from one to the next. Are all surface ships so odd-looking?
I certainly think not. These are merely emblematic of the Titan's false promises of a new age. They assault not just Olympus, but our sensibilities as well.
We'll fight them off. Moonlight guides you.
Moonlight guide us all.
Goddess.
You know mortals better than anybody here. Prometheus claims that the gods are cruel, and that he fights not for the Titan Lord, but mortal kind. What do you make of all that?
Look, I've known mortals who think gods can be uncaring. Some of them defy the gods, even in death. Others understand that gods are everything, really. We have only this world, more beautiful than it is flawed.
You're speaking in the abstract. I want to know your personal opinion here, Odysseus. Are the gods in the wrong? Did we bring this on ourselves?
My personal opinion is that gods and mortals are a complicated bunch, and that you shouldn't doubt yourself, lest you falter. If I felt you or the good witch were in the wrong, I'd tell you so.
You swear to that?
Aye, goddess.
May moonlight guide you.
And may you prevail.
Hello.
Icarus.
Didn't think I'd feel this way, though it's good to be back, Melly. Your Grace. This place feels different. I think it's warmer than it used to be or something, eh?
You found your way back. You're welcome here and safe as ever, Icarus. I trust the wings made the return trip relatively swift and trouble-free?
Well, flying past the city of Ephira sure beats having to trudge through. I still have to check in with Master Odysseus, though I'll try not to be such a stranger around here.
Do see to that. Be safe, Icarus.
Same.
If I had remembered that we had invited Icarus back, I probably wouldn't have started the night with taking somebody else on a little trip. I wonder if we could, I wonder if we could do a pitch black stone thing, and then come back and give him some attention. Is she... She wants nothing more. I mean, it's only showing one more heart for her. It does make me want to try. And then again, you know, just to actually mark something as completed for the night. This would be my last ambrosia. Yeah. I don't think Skelemaeus is either of the people that the prophecy scroll is talking about, so I think I'm going to hold off.
The umbral flames, young one. You're the spitting image of the big lady herself with those in hand. May they ever light your way and light up anybody you don't like.
I'll fight like headmistress herself.
All right. What if we get to bring our own trinket in? What trinket would we want to bring in? Maybe the ghost onion. Maybe, honestly, maybe just like luckier tooth or knuckle bones. Just something to make the boss fight. I mean, the boss fight will probably already be easy. Tends to be the case. This is pretty short of a value. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. It feels like a time for leveling up weird stuff. The Discordant Bell.
Excellent.
Alright.
I can now redo prior Chaos trials, just because.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem like a thing worth doing. So the Sister Blades have the thirst right now, and that does seem to extend to down here, so...
For the realm.
Let's just do this, get some bones, cook our
Already come this far.
cook our nectar, and hopefully open up the ability to spend time with some of the people important to us. So we've got Ice Strike and Volcanic Flourish down to 8 seconds with Grand Caldera and Security System. Okay, so we can be really aggressive right at the start of fights. What? That didn't do any damage at all? I mean, it was... That's pretty silly, in my opinion. Anything here actually interesting? You know, Sudden Flurry's not bad. Reaper Knives is also not bad. I think it's probably Reaper Knives.
My blades grow sharper still.
And then... more ways to freeze people?
Again.
What are you doing in those brackish depths, Flower? Even Poseidon has turned his back on what lurks in that corner of the sea. Does such a path truly lead deeper into hell?
I mean, the bottom of the sea basically just is hell, right? Wish these weren't all common, but the gust is certainly helpful.
Greater might.
Slowing people down counts for a lot of defensive ability.
More hippos.
the projectiles explode even when they expire due to just hitting the natural end of life timer. That really sucks.
Where'd you get off to, Witchy? The Underworld's got it for the looks of it, all cold and wet. Piss poor working conditions, that much is clear.
Yeah, it seems pretty terrible. Glow is very good, obviously. Yeah.
Forge of the heavens.
I don't know, maybe I should have taken the extra life. Run into it. Coward. Right. I'm watching the length of the tentacles, right? And I'm always caught by surprise by the distance that the first strike occurs over. Because he's not hitting you with the tentacles, he's hitting you with a much larger, like, wave of pink energy that's arcing off of the tentacle. Okay, blast effects deal more damage to frozen people. It's pretty good.
Stronger.
It does mean that I need to do more opening with attack and then throwing the knives, which is a little counterintuitive, of course. But, you know, maybe we can deal with some of that counterintuitiveness by picking up some more freeze. Tranquil gain. We have no gain right now. I do like Arctic Ring an awful lot, but it behooves us to have some way of returning our magic. That's pretty weird. You'll see that a lot.
In the name of Hades.
Smithy Rush is probably pretty good.
Fine work as always.
So we got a couple of freezes and a couple of blasts now. Don't want to be over here.
What a stench. Olympus, I accept this message.
Okay, I think Arctic Ring at this point makes sense. What am I going to get from descending? Honestly, I just don't think it's going to be worth it. Your aspect of the nocturnal arms is even stronger. Huh.
My silver.
Yep, rank 6. And in fact, I believe the blood triad damage is going up by 111 per rank. So rank 6 is effectively 2 ranks higher than rank 5 was in terms of damage. That's really interesting.
You called it, Rox. Look who got here way too early for tonight's show. Doors weren't meant to open yet, lady. Not that you care about this venue's very reasonable code of conduct.
Oh, I'm familiar with the venue at this point. And if you aren't ready to perform yet, great. I don't really want to hear it from you anyway.
Well, too bad! Because even though you're way too early, you are just in time for the private pre-show concert that was just about to start. We are Skilla and the Sirens!
That's pretty good. It's silly, but also a little bit funny. A little bit fun for us. That you can just outrun the returning knife, apparently, for as long as you want if you're really trying. Okay, well that's not my favorite thing ever. Running my knife is very slow.
I'll be in my show.
Yeah, this weapon did not need to be doing 999 damage on its combo in order for it to be completely terrifying in this fight. I gotta be honest, we were seeing enemies with the blue hearts on them, indicating that that some part of the pact was active. So I was expecting to see the rivals version of that fight, given that it was a contract having to do with one of the endgame weapons and everything. I'm a little surprised to see that it did not actually go that way. Let's get some more of this stuff. Pretty much always welcome.
This should be possible.
Ooh, gathering of subterranean riches. Enhance grave thirst to also unearth gems, which you are generally just going to use for cosmetics. I mean,
some fate fabric. Arms of night, draw out the riches of the earth.
At this point, we have no use really for the no other use for the marble. I was actually coming over here to see if I wanted to do something else. So we do have a little bit more dust. Honestly, I probably still haven't upgraded all my Arcana cards, like even just the ones we're using. I haven't really been thinking about that. But Stardust...
Come, moon dust from the shine of stars.
Hopefully that doesn't end up being a silly thing to do. Okay, Hecate may be open to another visit to the fishing pier. And it's interesting to note, it doesn't show any more hearts beyond that. Is this actually the last scene with her?
Willing to head to the fishing pier with me again. Good place to occupy our minds with other matters for a little while.
That it can be. Then very well. There is aught I wish to speak with you about besides.
Okay, that's interesting.
You truly believe I wish to rid myself of you? Either that, or you sought to wound me more deeply with your words than you're able to with the nocturnal arms.
I'm sorry, Headmistress. It's just, at the house, I realized I didn't just want my family back. I wanted you to be happy. But I felt like you were pushing me away.
My happiness is neither your responsibility, nor is it within your grasp. And 'tis I who ought to apologize for all that I put you through. Forgive me.
Never apologize when you are not at fault, you used to say. You were never easy on me, but also were never cruel. You taught me the difference among so many things.
The lack of cruelty is not the highest standard. At any rate, evidently I've taught you enough. I still shall challenge you in Erebus for sake of fitness and attunement, but in time, perhaps you shall refer to me not by title, but by name.
Not as Headmistress, but as Hecate. That shall take a while. To think I used to use your name so casually when I was little. Much comes full circle with time.
More than you know. Now, let us shift our focus to the river denizens, getting too close a listen for their own good.
It is kind of interesting how so much of the post-credits stuff with Melinoe's character, and particularly between Melinoe and Hecate, has been about giving back Melinoe, like, some of what she was deprived, and Hecate feels guilty of depriving her, but only after, in a certain way, she's already been given that stuff. And this, I think, is another thing, like, the original ending works way better here, because this version of Melinoe, who has the memories of going through the soft childhood in the House of Hades with the grandfather and everything, this Melinoe doesn't need that stuff so much. And it's... I don't know that I want to say that it's less reasonable for Hecate to feel guilty about depriving this Melinoe versus the other Melinoe, because, like, she still did the things, right? Hecate has still performed the actions, still took the childhood, to, so to speak, or prevented it from occurring or whatever. But yeah, I think this works a lot better with the less immediately softening ending. I really do think that the first ending was better, and that they should have stuck to their guns. I think to a certain extent people were negatively responsive to how not, like, fanfic it was, and I'm gonna not jam my entire foot in my mouth here, but there's a lot of writing here that I think is way more resonant with the version of the fix where Chronos gets made whole but Melinoe doesn't, and that's just the world we have to live with. There's a way that one's uneven too, because Chronos' whole thing is because of the difficulty with family that he suffered in being ripped apart. Difficulty is a funny word to use there, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Let's just fish.
Out with you.
Cheer up, Mopa.
At least it's not another one of those shark ones.
That was a pleasant enough outing, but speak not to me of happiness again. It is a foolish thing with which to be concerned. A byproduct of fulfillment, nothing more.
Of course. Thank you, Headmistress. Hecate.
An interesting way to put it.
Moonlight guide us.
All of us.
But I say fanfic.
Smells delicious.
And it is meant to come across a little bit negative there. I'm not talking about even writing style so much as I'm talking about a pattern of indulgence where, to my observation fanfic tends to be a lot more like not self-indulgent, although often self-indulgent, but specifically indulgent of the reader's desires, and it just, the person writing it often has those same desires too, and that's why they're writing it in the first place. But there was a good term I had in my head when I started this sentence, and it took me so long to get to the end that I've forgotten what it was now. But yeah, there's just I perceive a pattern in fanfic of like of indulgence in a certain way, and that's really what I'm talking about, is the difference between that and other writing.
The fated list of minor prophecies.
Okay, I thought so. And we can't be that far off with this dude, right? But unfortunately, we are an unknown number of hearts away from who knows what. We know the next thing is an outing, though. Boy, it sure would be easier to date someone if you had a magic book telling you exactly what thing would be best to do next in the relationship. Listen, here's what they're going to be into. Or to some degree, pre-destiny. Here's what your next date was always already going to be. Take some stress out of it, at least, right? Okay, so that was good. We did good work there. Actually, you know where I want to end it? I want to end it where we began. Nope, not down here. You.
Once there was an administrative chamber in the Underworld, where Shades kept careful track of each detail, a trade a few such souls has yet to pursue.
Surely such efforts were rewarded handsomely.
Wouldn't that be a great thing? No, not at all.
Best to keep track of each detail.
Okay. Still a handful of weapons with which we have no clears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including 3 aspects of the torches, and we'll get there. Anyway, aspect of Eos as yet uncompleted, but some good work done. Some important things occurred. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we will be pursuing probably a different uncleared weapon aspect, and also, of course, the deepening of our relationship with Moros. They're going to smooch eventually. It's very clear that it's going to happen. We're on the road. It's just a matter of how many times they'll hem and haw and stub their toe into the ground. Cishets, it's always difficult. Come back next time to see if we make any real progress on that, and we'll see you then.